Child, I know I've been gone for about 3 or 4 episodes, but it's good to know that them Married to Medicine girls still got it going on. Catch these teas. Like who sing Back in Stride? That's Frankie Beverly and Maze. At any rate, girl, I am here. Ain't no need to recant where the hell I been. Those of y'all in the Funky Bunch already know. In an effort to put my life back together, I'm not going to overwhelm myself trying to catch up on episodes. I'm just going to jump right on in where we at and make sure I can catch up. But I do got 2 questions. Based on the context clues of this episode, I am gathering that Contessa dropped out of medical school at Meharry to put her family back together. Am I correct? And I want to address Quad real quick. So the flashback when the episode starts shows Simone and Toya leaving the party, saying that did this heifer just snub us? And then the episode opens up with Quad sitting in the car with Dr. Heavenly saying, I don't know why they walked out. I guess I must have talked about Sister Circle too much. For whatever reason, that particular episode, that particular quip right there, it boiled my damn blood. Because Quad, it's obvious that you snub these people. But you know what? For the sake of argument, I'm going to pretend like you didn't know, and I'm going to enlighten you. Quad, ever since you became a member of Sister Circle, you have weaponized your association with Rashawn Ali and Selena Johnson against them other girls. Your association with Sister Circle, you have used it time and time again to stress, these are my real friends. This is where I feel safe. Y'all have been my sisters. You know what I'm saying? And it is very passive aggressive yet intentional. So in this instance, it's not about what you said, it's about what you did not say. You know what I'm saying? Because you could have given them all those flowers and praises and said, and I'm not saying that it's not warranted, but you didn't give these girls any over here for you to sit here and play dumb as to know why you would feel uncomfortable, or why they would feel uncomfortable and leave. It's just bullshit at its fucking finest. You know what I'm saying? And quiet as it's kept, if you want the real gag, you know what I'm saying? It's the Married to Medicine girls' asses you need to be damn kissing. Because if it was not for your association with them in this show, good, bad, or indifferent, your ass would still be over there living with Greg, and that's true tea. Catch these teas as we move right along. Eugene and Toya move into their new house, and somebody gave them a Tiffany gift as a welcome gift. That was great. Tacky Toya wanted to put ashes in the people Tiffany gift. That's because they just so rich. She rich like this bitch. Rich like all like this. They so fucking rich. Okay? They so rich that Eugene can afford to ash his ashes in the Tiffany gift. Quiet as it's kept. Eugene fat ass don't need to be smoking or eating anything smoked for that matter. But that's a whole nother episode. We're going to say that for Fix My Weight Iyanga. Moving right along. Contessa quit medical school from what I can deduce and decides to throw a guilt party for them kids. Let me tell y'all something. I cannot wait until I get to the level where I could just arbitrarily be spending $15,000, $20,000 for 4 hours of pleasure for somebody else's enjoyment. Like, don't get me wrong. I think Contessa's oldest kid will probably remember this party. Contessa's middle kid, the youngest. Contessa, you did this party for yourself and not your children, because in the grand scheme of life, can any of us look at any parties below the age of 16 and be like, these parties changed my life, or whatever the case may be? Baby, the novelty of that party wore off. Okay, your kids went to school, they were the talk of the school week 1. Week 2, the novelty of that party wore off. All the parents is mad at you for sending their kids home with all that motherfucking candy that they have been eating all week, stressing them the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? And now your bank account looking a little crazy because you don't had lions, tigers, bears, and trains, and girl had imported the candy from Switzerland from Willy Wonka himself. You just had a lot going on, but You are the hope and the dream of the slave. The fact that you had a residual or extra $15,000, $20,000 laying around to self-medicate, that is a beautiful thing. Harriet Tubman and W.E.B. Du Bois would be pleased. Moving right along, Heavenly Hook Quarter. Heavenly. Now, you know you messy as all hell. You know Qua superficial as fuck and was not gonna like any of them damn men. And that ain't no read. That's just true tea. She was not gonna like any of them men. Now, I will say this. Because I think I'm not even mad because the average woman in Quad's position would not immediately be drawn to, what was the man name? To Dr. Kenny or Deacon Wakefield. Like, neither of them was. I'm going to tell you one thing about Dr. Kenny that I did like. Dr. Kenny was the type of man that upon first glance, I'd be like, girl, don't do me no favors. But after sitting down, talking to him, maybe running into him at a couple parties, having a couple drinks, he actually is the type of man that could grow on you. And quiet as it's kept, is probably the type of man that a lot of people need. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Wakefield, I loved him as well. I loved his explanation as to why he wasn't with his wife. He was like, listen, I just had a lot of ambition. And she was, you know, she did it. And that is okay. I got a couple friends in that situation right now where some are super ambitious, the other is content where they are. And it's causing a lot of friction in their relationship. And it's because the intellectual component is missing. When I'm just a go-getter, and you sitting on the sofa eating bonbons, there's a spatial mismatch in the way we think. And I can get down with both of their explanations of their situation. Shit, Dr. Kenny, that's the way shit happen. If you gon' fuck somebody, it better be somebody from your damn past. At least you know where to push, where to peel, where to push, where to pull, where to lick, how to ooh and how to ah, and you minimize your chance of getting some damn diseases if you gon' fuck with no condom on. So I ain't even tripping about him, you know, fool out line with his ex. The whole circumstance about her keeping her kid away from him, or their kid away from him, you know, that's a little shaky, and I am with Quan for not wanting the drama. Nevertheless, Heavenly, you did that. Then Quan gonna walk off and go into the bathroom, and the man came in there and kicked Whitefish out the bathroom. Let me tell you something. Whitefish was so scared, Quan needed her. She was supposed to push the door closed and tell that man to get out and scream. She was supposed to use her Whitefish, rich white woman powers, but our powers combined, and make the whole staff and the whole police department from the heat of the night come in the bathroom and get this man. We was waiting for Mr. Tibbs to come in and get this man out the bathroom. Whitefish, if you ain't good for screaming, what the hell is you good for? Okay, 911 emergency. Reconnect the community. We needed you to reconnect the community. Good God, and he came in there, I ain't gonna lie to you, he kicked Whitefish out and told Quad what it was. That shit had turned me on in between my legs and in my butt. But don't get me started, because I'm saved. Nevertheless, Heavenly came in the bathroom, they go out and finish talking to Dr. Wakefield. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you, I probably would not date Dr. Wakefield, but he definitely feels like the type of man that you do want to have in your corner. He's a good man. You know, everybody need that good man that you can lean on and be like, my garage still broke. And, you know, he come over there with a whole new garage opener. He took it upon himself to go to Home Depot and get you the latest one that's Wi-Fi enabled and all that and plug it up. And you make him a little dinner. You know what I'm saying? And y'all watch an episode of TV and send them on by this way. You know what I'm saying? Every man wants a... Everybody needs a friend. Everybody needs a friend. Like, you know what? I think for the New Year, I'm going to have Miss Jan work with me in my Candy Burris register. Every man wants a woman. I gotta put a little more Billy Goat in it. Every man wants a woman. Every man. Yeah. Never mind. Moving right along. Simone and Buffie. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I love seeing Dr. Simone practice medicine. That is when Simone comes alive and she really turns me on. Like I've always just been drawn to smart people. But when Simone is practicing medicine, she zeroes in, she's succinct, she's on the money, she knows what to say, when to say, how to say it, and I loved it. Granted, she may have adopted or gained this skill through repetition. Nevertheless, you know, and I guess she's so used to seeing women crying, I don't know if she's reading the script or if it's something that comes from a heart place, but she does an amazing job when doing it, and she soothed and comforted Buffy so well, and I just loved everything about it, and she was right on the money. And you know what, I love to see doctors from different disciplines, and I don't know what the laws or the ethics are on this, but she's a gynecologist, and she was like, not trying to act like God and say, oh, I know everything, this feels like extra memory tissue, but I'm gonna send you to our you know, one of my cohorts, and so you can figure out what the fuck going on. And she did that really good. She had a lot of patience, and I love that. Dr. Jackie got a new office. Let me tell you something. Curtis, you were supposed to love me. Well, Dr. Jackie, I don't want your tall ass with that big ass booger on your face. Quiet as it's kept. Dr. Jackie, you need to take your ass home with an epidural. Put some epidural in there and scrape that damn shit out. I'm tired of looking at it. Y'all got too much money, too much house, and too much new office for him to have too much mold on his face. Get that thing. Oh, could you imagine huffing and puffing on top of Curtis and make a mistake and touch that or that rub up against you? Bitch, I would just be thinking arachnophobia and spiders gonna come out of it or something. Get that thing off of Curtis. Somebody please start a petition to get that thing off of Curtis. Nevertheless, that's superficial when he old. Curtis talking about he retired. Them people let Curtis ass go. Never, they let him go, and he decided not to go nowhere else. So he's pulling the proverbial, my woman makes money as a singer, I'm going to be her manager card. You know, the least you can do is be the project manager over there down to the new construction. You know, Curtis ain't got no problem spending up Jackie money. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mind you spending up Jackie money, because what y'all say, the women always say, what's his is mine. So listen, y'all are one, that's y'all money. So the least you can do is make her job easier in terms of helping more money come into the household. And what I do respect about it is when Dr. Jackie went to the office and she had questions about what the fuck was going on, Curtis had answers. So if you gonna do it, baby, do it. And do it right. Okay? Yes, God, you gonna do it, baby. You better do it. The next time we see Dr. Jackie office, all the faceplates better be down to the electric, the elevator better be working, and you better have to hire the cafeteria people, because did Dr. Jackie build a new office, or did she build a hospital? Yes, God, bitch. And down to Contessa, carry your ass back to Meharry. You already traumatized your kids for 6 months. 6 more damn months wouldn't have killed them. Now you don't start it and stop it. You always gonna be somewhere singing your shoulda, coulda, wouldas about you trying to become the state attorney general of the world. Nevertheless, shouts out to Dr. Jackie, because Dr. Jackie said, I'm getting 2 checks. Dr. Jackie has used reality TV to leverage her original mission in life, which was to be a doctor. It has furthered her career. Baby, let me tell you something. I ain't even got no uterus, but if I did, I would relocate back to Atlanta just for Dr. Jackie to do me. And not because I know for a fact that Dr. Jackie is a great doctor, which I'm sure she is. I just don't know for a fact. But Dr. Jackie got the whole TV sold up. Baby, everybody on VH1, everybody on Bravo, everybody want Dr. Jackie to inspect their coochie. That girl said she had 40-something patients in one day. Let me tell y'all something. Dr. Jackie is billing the dog fuck out y'all hoes insurance. And I ain't mad with you, Dr. Jackie. Get it, baby. And if you go get it good. And like I always say, help me out, Funky Bunch. Get it, girl. And when it's got, get some more. Yes, God, Dr. Jackie. All the coins. Rich like this. And not like this, honey, but like this. Give me all of it. Yes. Contessa with that party. So Contessa came outside barking orders and shit. Contessa, quiet as it's kept. Your ass would have ended up on motherfucking Judge Judy fucking with me. Because I'd have packed up my cake, my trains, and I would have left. I don't know who in the entire hell you thought you was talking to. And you know, but the funny thing about it is, Contessa is normally very even-keeled, and I'm not used to doctors tripping over trivial things like kids' birthday parties, especially considering the fact that you work in an environment where things really are life or death. I just wanted you to have a better hold and a better perspective on what was important for you to be stressing about and what wasn't. And again, you threw this big-ass over-the-top party. And Contessa, you should know of all people that that's not enough to make up for whatever guilt you have for your kids. But again, you are the hope and the dream of the slave. The fact that you can blow $20,000, $15,000, $10,000 just to make yourself feel better. Quiet as it's kept, the rest of us girls would have went down to the bar, did a line, and had a drink. But, you know, again, the slaves weren't like that either. So hats out to Contessa for saying no to drugs and only drinking wine at nighttime. You know, what was really funny, though, one other point I wanted to make, Contessa reminded me of why I don't like throwing parties or entertaining. You throw a party and you say it's for your enjoyment, but you end up working your own party, trying to make everybody feel good that you can't even enjoy what the fruits of your labor. Moving right along, something that made me laugh my entire ass off, or lack thereof, is when Simone and Heavenly were, you know, having some friendly banter back and forth. They were clowning one another, and she was like, Simone ain't got no ass, and then she flipped to the confessionals like she could get some ass from some of these other girls, or she should have bought some from where Quad bought some from. Let me stop playing Quad everybody ass. When I tell y'all, I always say Quad got a stowball ass. She say it's natural. Who am I? The girls them sugar. You know, let me tell it, she bought the ass. I don't know that for a fact, but apparently Heavenly saying that just made me feel good. Because the thing about it is, you know, if it is Quad real natural ass, hats off to her. But the shit looks stowball. And I'm not stupid, but I have to respect if the lady said that it's hers, then that's what I have to go with. You know what I'm saying? But I always thought the lady ass was stowball. And it's just good to see that Heavenly thought it was stowball too. Okay, whatever the case may be. Here's one thing I do know. When I went down to Florida State University and got my degree in economics, the people ain't teach me nothing about being dumb. So a lot of times I will go with a lot of shit for the sake of keeping peace. But just know, Shantae may not got no man, but Shantae ain't dumb. Okay, not by a long shot. And last but not least, Buffy goes to her doctor's appointment, and Simone goes with her, or whatever the case may be. That was really great. I love seeing that. It was an empowering moment for women. And then I had a question. You know, Buffy was in her confessional saying that she tried IVF and the various fertility methods, or whatever the case may be. The question that I was going to present to the table was, if she tried those methods and it didn't work, could they harvest her eggs and go the surrogate route? But then we see a clip of next week where Dr. Jackie blurts out, Buffy, you can relate, you're infertile. And I was like, wow, that stung like a motherfucker. And yes, I want to go in and let half, but we're going to reserve those comments for next week so I can get the full context of what the hell was going on, plus the reactions. And we're going to talk about it. But y'all, that was Married to Medicine. Very consistent. Don't feel like I missed a lot. I'm sure if I did, y'all will fill me in. But I'm gonna get out of here. I talked to Carlos King, and I said, you know, I'm gonna hunt back on my Love and Marriage Huntsville probably tomorrow, y'all. I'll catch it. I'll probably watch 2, and if I do it over dinner tonight, maybe even 2 or 3 episodes today, because you know I like to get real deep with that Love and Marriage Huntsville. And I'll call y'all girls later. Bye.